In this meditation, we consider the holiness of God, not as a doctrine at a distance, but as a present reality when we stand before Him. Scripture repeatedly shows us that when God draws near, the first lesson is not activity, but reverence. Before service, before conflict, before victory, there is the solemn recognition that we are in His holy presence. With that before us, we turn to Joshua 5:13-15, where Joshua, standing near Jericho, is brought face to face with the captain of the Lord's host. We read, "And it came to pass, when Joshua was by Jericho, that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him, with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him, and said unto him, Art thou for us, or for our adversaries? And he said, Nay, but as captain of the host of the Lord am I now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth, and did worship, and said unto him, What saith my Lord unto his servant? And the captain of the Lord's host said unto Joshua, Loose thy shoe from off thy foot, for the place whereon thou standest is holy. And Joshua did so. Jordan had been crossed. Gilgal had taken place. The reproach of Egypt had been rolled away. Jericho stood before them like an impossible barrier. Yet before a single stone fell, Joshua was brought onto holy ground. He lifted up his eyes and saw a man with a drawn sword. Joshua's question seemed natural. Art thou for us, or for our adversaries? But the answer corrected the entire thought. Nay, the Lord did not come to endorse Joshua's cause. He came to assert his own authority. Mr. Darby writes, It was not a question whether Jehovah was for Joshua, but whether Joshua was for Jehovah. The one who receives worship and commands the removal of sandals is no created angel. The ground was holy because of his presence. Joshua fell on his face and worshipped. Before battle plans were given, he was prostrate. Mr. Mackintosh observes, The only true place of strength is the place of absolute subjection. The drawn sword spoke of authority and judgment, yet the first word spoken concerned not Jericho, but holiness. Loose thy shoe from off thy foot. This recalls Moses at the burning bush. Whether in wilderness or in conquest, the principle is unchanged. Where God manifests himself, the ground is holy. Mr. Ridout remarks, The presence of the Lord makes the place holy. Joshua met God alone. Public conflict must be preceded by private reverence. There can be no victory outwardly where there is not lowliness inwardly. Mr. Rossier connects this moment to Gilgal. The flesh had been judged. Only then did the captain appear in this character. He writes, Holiness is the first condition of victory. The sword might be drawn against Jericho, but the sandals had first to come off before God. Joshua came to survey a city. Instead, he learned how to stand. Before walls fall outwardly, sandals must come off inwardly. Before conflict comes communion. Before service comes worship. Jericho would fall. But the true preparation for that victory was not military skill or human resolve. It was a man on his face before a holy God. May we learn that the first lesson in every spiritual conflict is reverence, for we stand in the presence of a holy God.